Welcome back to my channel. This is Opening the Vaults, and I have finally finished filming and editing the 4 gel verses. This challenge, or this just versus video, was to see how 4 different gels paired with a singular leave-in, which is the Kinky Curly Not Today, and the 4 different gels, which I've also nicknamed the Camille Rose Curl Maker, which is the Golden Child, because this was my favorite gel for like 6 months straight. We have the OG, which is the Kinky Curly Curling Custard. This stuff has been around for a very long time. The Troublemaker, which is the Adwoa Beauty Melon Berry Smoothing Gel. If you have seen any videos on this, if you have gone into the comment section for almost any video on this, you will know why I have named this the Troublemaker. And the Underdog, because I feel like a lot of people don't even know about this gel. So, you know, the results are kind of unexpected. No one really has any expectations if they don't know what it is. And it is the Twisted Sistah Amazing Dream Curl Gel. Over the course of like 2 weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks, I paired this leave-in with all 4 gels and waited like 3 to 4 days prior to show you all my results. And it's interesting. My initial thoughts for this challenge were that the Curl Maker and the Kinky Curly were going to be tied for first. I thought that was going to happen. I thought the Twisted Sistah gel would come in second, and then the Adwoa Beauty Melon Berry would come in third. Those were my expectations for this challenge. And you'll just have to see the end to see what actually happened. Down below, let me know like what your ranking is, what you think is gonna happen, because this was completely unexpected. I didn't know that. I was shocked. I also want to mention that this video is pretty long. I initially intended on doing 4 separate videos, but then I realized, like, how are people supposed to go back and actually compare if there's like a video over here, a video over here? I don't want anyone to have to like open mad tabs just to compare some gels, so I put it in one long video. There will be chapters, so if you just want to see one gel and then watch like the summary and the results, you can. If you only clicked on this video because you want to see the Adwoa Beauty Melon Berry gel, I did like a full lightly edited application and chat through for that, and then my final thoughts will be at the end. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and I hope you enjoy it. And just a quick reminder, there will be chapters on everything, so you don't have to watch the full thing. All right, let's get started. don't be alarmed. This is my hair the next morning. It was not dry when I went to bed, so I just slept without a bonnet on my silk pillowcase with the AC on to make sure my hair was actually dry in the morning, and it is. It's a little weird, like weirdly shaped because I slept without a bonnet, but this is how it looks the next day. Movement already. The thing that I noticed is that back here, because I slept without a bonnet and I get a little sweaty at night, this like, I have some frizz back here, but I'm just gonna fix that up. Yeah, my hair looks really good. I don't have any frizz anywhere else, and my hair is already so soft. I love it. Usually, I can't really smell the Camille Rose Curl Maker, and I've been using this for almost a year now. Last night, when I was driving around with my girlfriend, we went to go get something to eat. It smelled so good. It smelled like light cake batter, and that was so nice. But to refresh, I usually use the Luxe Fruit Punch Refresher Spray. I'm like so close to being out, so I'm just gonna pour some in my hands, like barely any. Okay, already looking a little better, a little bit more volume and shape. And what's nice is my hair will kind of like settle throughout the day. It just looks really nice. Sometimes I flip my hair over and shake. Gives me a little bit more volume. My roots are really grown out, so they're getting very like thick and puffy. All right. And then I just kind of like mess around with the shape. But my hair will like round out as the day goes. But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I do. I have this weird like hump at the top because of how I slept, but that'll be gone soon. The only thing I'm gonna do now is just deal with these like frizzy parts in the back. Is it refreshed? I will come back when it's completely dry because now I look like a jellyfish. I'll be back. All right, so I let my hair dry for like, I have no idea. I watched like 2 YouTube videos and this is what my hair looks like. You see how it kind of like shapes itself as it dries, which is really cool. My hair is so soft. Usually, back when I used to do my wash and goes, if my hair was this soft, it would mean that it wouldn't last. But with the technique and the gels that I use, this kind of softness on day 1 just means that my hair will be soft and defined for like 3 to 6 days, which is awesome. So both of my cats are in the bathroom, so I was like, let me just show you. I don't know if like any of you have ever seen them in the back of my videos or heard me be like, yeah, they're meowing, I gotta kick them out. One of them does not like to be held, so I'm gonna pick him up first. Oh. I think because he's sleepy, he's letting me hold him. This is Congress. It's my sweet boy. He was actually my inspiration to go blonde. I'm surprised he's still letting me hold him. Good for me. He is... He's like, I don't know how old he is. He's like 11 or 12. I got him from an ex-friend. We're not friends anymore, but I've had him for like almost 2 years now. And this is my baby boy. I've known him since I was in high school. So me and him have known each other for like over 7+ years. But he's only like been my cat for like 2 years. Oh, he's so sweet. Oh, he never lets me hold him. All right, that's Congress. This is our newer cat, Jelly Bean. We got her when she was a kitten. She's a lot more used to cuddling, and she lost her collar recently, and I don't know where she put it, but we gotta find it and put it back on. She's beautiful, look at her. This is Jelly Bean. She is, how old are you? She was born on Easter of last year, so she's a little over a year. You can see she's massive, but yeah, she's very cuddly. Yeah, she's just gonna go back there. So yeah, this is Jelly Bean, and these are my cats. Oh, she's so cute. I love my cats. Anyway, yeah, this is basically day one hair, I would call it. I'll try to come back like every morning or at least midday to show you what it looks like until I wash it. I want to see how well these gels hold up. I didn't realize that, okay, first of all, let me just say, I didn't realize that it was going to be so hot and so humid, but I think that works for the challenge because these gels are really being put to the test, and I feel like I'm kind of working against them by using such a moisturizing leave-in, but I think it's actually better to try gels under like harsh circumstances to see how well they hold up. Because honestly, if I did this 4 gel versus during like the winter, all 4 of these gels would be winners. So seeing how well they hold up in humidity, rain, extreme heat is actually really important for me to know, and you know, you'll be on this journey with me. So I'm out of the shower. I have the leave-in applied to my hair. Again, I use a Kinky curly knot today. I am running through this leave-in. I didn't expect to like it this much, but it's so good. Pairing it with the Kinky Curly Curling Custard, and my hair is still dripping wet from the shower. If somehow it dries out, I have my spray bottle here, but I am just gonna get started. This is literally the easiest wash and go routine I have ever done. Hair is already defined. Literally just need to add gel onto it. You know what? For my Camille Rose wash and go, I didn't add any extra water, so I'm not gonna do that for these gels. And I'm gonna use just a little bit of this at a time. So use about that much for the whole section at first. Kind of sticky, not really. I'm a little worried. It's literally like thundering and raining outside right now. The weather has been garbage, and I'm like hoping that one of these gels will be like my humidity proof gel. If not, I'll just have to change my method of doing my wash and go, or just apply more gel. Oh my god, love this gel. Already defining everything. I'm gonna add like this much more. And start making sure I get it at the roots. All right, my hair looks great. It feels like I have the gel on every single strand. I'm gonna go on to the next section. I realized that this method is probably working against me in terms of being weather resistant, but you gotta try. You know, my goal is to just use like leave-ins to define my hair and less gel on top. I guess I'm trying to also see how little gel I can get away with. So this is gonna be interesting. I don't know if you guys can hear the thunder, but it's wild. Just like that much. I'm like barely using any gel, but it spreads so nicely. And the leave-in already defined so much. Hopefully I got rid of that part, but I will keep working at it. My hair looks really good. Same thing, I'll add just a little bit of gel per each section. No water added, just to keep things consistent, and we'll see how it goes. Now the section is defined. Yeah, I hope you guys heard that, because that is thunder, and it has been raining for the past like 5 days. I feel so bad for my wash and go. Since this is a larger section, I'm going to use more gel, like big glob like that. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna add a little bit more in the front here into my other hard to define or frizz prone areas. It's been like less than 10 minutes. It's been 9.5 minutes, and I'm pretty much done with my hair. Well, almost done. And this gel gives me a lot of like crunch and elongation, but the Camille Rose Curl Maker did too. These are such light hold gels, and this is such a moisturizing leave-in that I don't know if it'll actually hold up in this weather, but you gotta try. I'll air dry for however long I need to, and then I will come back and let you see my dry results. Oh, and just so you can see how much I used, I don't know if you can really tell. It doesn't look that much different from when I first started using it, but now I've hit the bottom. From my perspective and how much I know I would have used in my old method of doing my wash and goes, I know I use significantly less, but this is a gel where like the container is so small and my hair is not long. Like my hair is short, verging on like almost maybe in a couple years like medium length. And I use so much of this gel, so gels like this are also why I updated my wash and go routine. If I can use mostly leave-in and just a little bit of gel, that'd be great. But yeah, I'll come back when my hair is dried. So as I'm cleaning up, I realized I forgot to mention how long this took. It took me less than 15 minutes to apply all the gel to my hair, and it took me about 10 minutes to apply the leave-in in the shower. So in total, like 24 minute wash and go, which is pretty nice for these wet results. Again, we'll see how it looks when it's dry. All right, it's been a few hours and my hair is pretty much dry. It's like 80% dry. It's really just my roots. My ends are pretty crispy and I can like hear my hair. The Kinky Curly Curl Maker actually has like a really hard hold when I use a lot. It sounds like when you hear leaves like rustling in the breeze, it's like that kind of crunch. So even though I use just a little bit, it definitely has like a harder hold to it. It should soften up in a few days, but honestly, I'm not too sure. But I still think it looks really, really good. It's sitting where I like it to sit. So let's see how it holds up. And I would consider this day one hair, so let's see how long. So I just woke up and it's time to show you guys what my hair looks like on day 2. A little flat, crunchy. That's the first difference I noticed. And I woke up, my Camille Rose Curl Maker was soft. Soft, like mad soft. This stuff, crunch. Crunch, crunch, crunch. So that's interesting. Also, just using a little bit of this. Just a little. Whoop, just a little. Because the Camille Rose Curl Maker kind of took a beating because of the weather. It's supposed to rain later, so I'm actually gonna go out and like go to the library and pick up this book that I've been waiting for. Oof. This stuff is crunchy, but it should hold up better. It's crazy. This gel is so like interesting to work with. I used so little, I'm actually surprised it's this crunchy. Like I can hear it. Interesting, interesting. My roots are so... I was talking to my girlfriend last night and I was like, am I bald? Like, do I have bald patches in the back? Because this gel makes my hair so like individually defined. Like it brings out my coils instead of like clumping my hair into like S curls like some of my other gels. That it makes me feel like my hair is thinning, but it's also because my roots are so grown out. I just have like these like really thick roots and then like super defined ends, because the hair at the roots isn't long enough to define yet. When my hair is like this short, when my hair is like 3 inches or shorter, it's so hard to define. So the roots are like literally like completely different. All right, so I just picked it out. Gonna flip my hair over in shape. All right, And this is day 2 hair. My hair will kind of fall and sit differently as the day goes. It's still a little flat, but hey, at least my curls look good. This is so interesting. I just want to say, this is only the second gel in the 4 gel verses. It's not looking too good for my favorite, the Camille Rose Curl Maker. Sure, the weather kind of got in the way, but I used way more curl maker than I did Kinky Curly, and my hair just... But that's okay. That's what this is about. I think that when it comes to colder seasons, all of these gels would do great. But in the hot, humid, unpredictable spring, summer, not all of them are gonna make it in the same way, and that is okay. As long as my hair looks good. Ooh, and it does look good. All right, I'll see you either tomorrow morning or the next time there's a... I was so busy getting ready for work, I almost forgot to record. So I just did my skincare and I just took off my bonnet. I have my Luxe Locks Refresher Spray. Just gonna pour a little in my hand. Just a little. And I still have like crunch and definition and hold. So I already know this is gonna hold up for a while. I just don't know how long. And that's the thing with this challenge is I technically can't upload a video until after I wash my hair so you can see everything. All right, and then I'm just gonna pick it out. My hair is good. I think this is day... What day is this? Day 3? I think this is day 3 hair. I don't really remember. I gotta go to work. So it is later the same day. I think this is day 4 or 5 hair. I don't remember, but my hair is still going strong. It looks the same as it has for the past few days. It's just getting a little rounder, which I really like. I can get a week out of this hair, but I just feel like because this is when I usually would wash my hair, I'm just gonna wash it and style it with products that aren't in the 4 versus challenge, just because sometimes you just need a little break from filming. So I'm gonna wash and style my hair, and I'm gonna do that off camera. But of course, the next video that comes out will still be the next gel in the challenge. Let me go grab it. So I will be using the Adwoa Beauty Melon Berry Smoothing Gel next. So I did use this gel once before, and this is how much I used. I used a lot of it using my old technique. I did not film it because I just wanted to use it one night. And I did originally use it with the Kinky Curly Knot Today, which is why every single gel in this challenge is with the Kinky Curly. I'm very excited to use this gel. I will not be using it tonight, mostly because I work at 9:30 in the morning, and if this doesn't go well, I don't have time to fix it before work. So I'm saving this for a time when I can wash my hair and like maybe have the next day off. Because this stuff is, it's interesting. It's interesting. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. And honestly, the Kinky Curly Knot Today and the Kinky Curly Curling Custard are a match, but also the gel is just, it has so much hold for something that's so natural. So thank you for watching, and I wish I was the kind of person to rock a wash and go for like a week, but I'm not. So yeah, I will see you in the next video. Gel, or today's wash and go, we are going to be using the Adwoa Beauty Melon Berry Smoothing Gel. As you can see, I have used it. I used it when I got it because it smelled really, really good and I just wanted to try it. I will put the wet results here. I don't think I have the dry results because my hair was really shrunken the next morning. It looked good, like the curls looked good, but it just wasn't long enough. Like I like for my wash and goes to sit at a certain length. So we'll see if there's any difference with my new wash and go technique. Before I used one pump. The pump on this actually disperses like a large amount of gel. I usually don't start in the front, but I wanted to show you what one section would be. Like this is about one section, or even like something like this would be one section, and I would use one pump for that. Like I said in my past videos, because I did not wet my hair in the first wash and go, I will not wet it now. This is what my hair looks like. My hair looks a little puffy. Don't know what that's about, but okay. This stuff smells amazing. And I'm gonna use one pump. My hands are wet. I'm gonna use one pump of this. It smells like a Now and Later. I don't remember what flavor, but that's what this smells like. This is how much comes out in one pump. And I'm just going to work it in. And that did nothing. Okay. I feel like this gel challenge, oh, it did a little bit. This gel challenge has been very interesting. I'm going in with another pump. Surprisingly, like when I just use these gels for any other wash and go at any other time, not this one, but like when I use the Camille Rose, like in all my other videos, everything goes so well. I get like 4, 5, 6 days out of it. But the second I want to try something new, I end up with a puffy wash and go, and it's just so funny. But I also think that it is the height of summer. It's really hot. I started using the Camille Rose Curl Maker back in like last fall and winter. Similarly to the Kinky Curly, I started using that in the spring, but the Kinky Curly has a lot of hold. And I almost feel like if I do end up using the Adwoa Beauty Melon Berry Gel, it would probably also be during the winter. I used 2 pumps, and this is what we have so far. For me, this is not good enough. I'm going in with a 3rd pump. This stuff smells so good. Make sure I get the back, my roots, my ends, all over. And maybe this is just a large section of hair, so it's not going the way I'd like it to. But honestly, I'm gonna add one more pump. And this gel says that you can use it on wet, damp, and dry. I would say my hair is verging on damp right now. Like it's not dripping wet like I would like it. I might, for the sake of this wash and go, I might spray my hair with water because I kind of have. I don't know. Yeah, I think for the sake of this wash and go and like being able to actually wear it, I need to spray my hair a little bit with water because I do have work tomorrow and I don't want to spend too much time messing with it in the morning. All right. makes me so nervous. It smells really good and it defines my curls, but it's such a lightweight gel. But to be fair, that's also what I thought about the Kinky Curly when I first used it, so I'm not too sure how this gel will turn out, but we will see together. I definitely added significantly more of this gel the first time I used it, so maybe my results will be a little different. My hair looks good. It looks good, it smells good. I just don't know if it's gonna hold up. Well, I think it's gonna hold up overnight, but I just don't think it's gonna be elongated the way I like it. I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't be talking so negatively about it, but sometimes you just gotta be honest. All right, just going in with one pump. It's so like slippery and nice. It's funny, I've seen people with like really loose hair textures do like 2 pumps for their entire head. And I'm like, how? How are you doing that and achieving such nice looks? That's so funny. All right, that is 1 pump. Going in with the second one. Yeah, I think the water is helping a lot. It has like pretty good slip. My hands aren't like gliding through, but it's nice. Right, I'm gonna go in with another pump. I think I did 4 on this side, so I'm just gonna keep it consistent and do 4 on this side. So this is pump 3. Well, I might not need a 4th pump, honestly. Okay. This 4 gel versus, I had high hopes for it. I thought it was gonna be like a really close decision. What's going on? I feel like this side is hanging nicer than this side. I thought it was gonna be a really close decision. I'm gonna use 1 pump to combine these 2 back sections. But this is the interesting thing about trying new things and documenting like the results and the journey of it, is that things can really turn out any type of way. And it's just a learning process. And so I might do this 4 gel versus during, you know, the colder months and see how it goes. I think the gels will definitely perform very differently in the winter. So I will probably keep that in my back pocket. Okay. My hair feels pretty good. I am going to go back in with a 1/2 pump and hit the ends of my hair in the back. Just because this stuff, these ends frizz up so quickly. Actually, another 1/2 pump going over here. Very, very interesting. But this whole process is making me realize that there are certain gels and certain leave-ins that I can style my hair a certain way with. Like I've noticed that there are some leave-ins that I have that will not define my hair when it's wet. but they will give me moisture and give me like really curly and bouncy wash and goes. But I think what I'm looking for, you know, when I'm thinking about my like final like minimal stash, I would like to have leave-ins that define my hair when it's wet. That way I don't have to guess whether or not I'll get good definition. My base will be moisturized and defined hair, and then I'll put the leave-in on top. Right, so I'm gonna go in to this section underneath and add like half a pump. I also feel like with this gel I have to do smaller sections, so maybe not these big 4 sections, but not like small, like tiny little sections either. I will probably use this gel again on this channel just to figure out like what's the best way to get the best wash and go. Right. It's such a shame. On the camera my hair looks really orange, and it's because of the light, but in real life my hair is not this orange. And I am, I guess, sectioning my hair a little more with this gel just because I just don't trust it to get through larger sections anymore. Like the hair in the back I can kind of get away with because it's a lot shorter, but not shorter, it's a looser curl pattern back there, so I don't really have to try as hard to define my hair. But in the front I need to be a little more careful and strategic. Right, that's what one pump looks like, but I am not satisfied that that will give me any hold. Going in with another pump. And the thing that I've been seeing or hearing the most about this gel is that it gives flakes. And I think it's because the second or third ingredient is xanthan gum, which flakes a lot. But the best thing to get rid of flakes, I find, at least in my experience, is to put a little bit of oil on top. Honestly, I'm kind of, with this gel, I think I'm going to treat it just a little differently. So in the morning, if it's like crunchy or flaky, I'll just put a little bit of oil on top. Okay, I think that's okay. I still feel like my hair under here isn't as defined as I would like it to be. Put a little bit more gel. And then just not touch it. What I noticed the first time I used this gel was my also difficult to define sections like this, literally like this strand of hair, was really fluffy. So I'm gonna add a little more product to this front section. And I can kind of tell that this gel is not something that I would want in my final minimal stash. At least not now. I don't feel that way. So you never know what'll happen in the future. But I will enjoy having it in my stash. This stuff smells good. It spreads really nicely. And it's just like, it's kind of just fun to use something that like smells so yummy. See, like over here, I feel like this is already frizzing up, and I do not care for that. I also need to show you guys the packaging that it came in. I just remembered. It's so pretty. Actually, let me go get it. Gorgeous, gorgeous packaging. But what got me was the inside. I don't know if you can see that. It's like melon berry print all on the inside. It's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, that feels pretty good. And I can also see on my phone that this wash and go is taking a little longer. Mostly because I'm like sectioning in smaller sections than usual. Instead of doing one big section, I'm doing like 3 in the front, and that's taking some time. I'm also applying more product than I would like. But I still need my hair to turn out nicely. So like my goal for all of these gels is basically to do the minimum. I style my hair, and then once I feel like, okay, that's enough, I stop. I could definitely go in with more gel in all of these cases with the Kinky Curly and the curl maker, but I kind of stopped at a certain point because I really want to be able to use a minimum amount of gel and just leave it. Maybe that won't work for me in the summer, but honestly, my hair surprises me all the time, so I'm just excited to see, you know, what's going on. I guess my hair is still pretty wet because it's dripping down my face. Half a pump on my coarse section. I detangled my hair very nicely in the shower so that my application would be easier. And I can really tell because I'm able to like rake through all the way to the root. I've noticed that the left side of my head tends to be frizzier, at least now. I don't know if I've noticed it before, but in the last like, I'd say like couple months, I've noticed that the left side of my head is frizzier. So I will add like as much gel as I think I need just to make sure I don't get any of that frizz. Because I like to have super defined wash and goes, and because I can achieve very defined and bouncy wash and goes, I hold all of my products to that standard. But I am also very willing to work with my products to get them to, you know, perform at their best. Okay. And I'm probably gonna add like 1 or 2 pumps to all of my hair just to really like seal the deal. And like, even if this seems like a lot of gel, I use significantly more going in like small section by small section. Okay. That smells so good. I can see the frizz coming in the front. Okay, yeah, a little bit of water helps. After this 4 gel verses, I'm literally probably just gonna use like the same gel for like a week or 2 just to give my hair a break, because it's been very interesting. Alright, so my hair is thoroughly saturated in this gel. Right, I'm gonna add basically just one pump to each side to really like make sure I'm covered. But mostly on my ends. I'm making sure that my ends are very nicely saturated. Okay, getting my ends. I can feel that my hair is really covered with this gel. I saw someone like shaking their roots when they were doing their wash and go so they don't get hair like flat to their scalp. Also, the other thing about this gel, like if you look at the model who uses it on the Sephora website, you can see that she has incredibly fine hair. And it's kind of like, you know, if that's who this gel is marketed towards, I feel like this gel won't work for a lot of people. But again, it also depends on what you're looking for. And I wanted to try this gel because I was interested in the scent and the packaging. And, you know, I'm trying to get into more light hold gels just to see if I can. I'm really, you know, I just have the audacity. I just want to see if it'll work for me. And I'm not even sure of that answer. I don't know if it's a solid yes it works or a solid no it doesn't. All right, I am going to put my clips in and let it air dry for as long as possible before I go to bed. These clips are uneven. All right, my hair is somewhat out of my face. And it feels nice and heavy, which I like. 360. And if I am still like awake enough to come back on camera, I will let you see what my hair looks like right before I go to bed. I completely forgot to show you how much gel I used. Even though I didn't use small sections, I probably used just as much as I did the first time, which means now I'm like halfway done. If this wash and go does not go well, I will probably only use this for like layering. Like I might use this under some other gel, just like I use the Mixed Chicks Curl Sculptor. I might use it as like a first base after my leave-in and then use another gel on top. Because this stuff is too expensive to waste. But I don't know, it's fun. I have fun trying other gels. I don't really get too upset when it doesn't work out. I just like to have my hair look the way I want it to look. So we'll see. So I just did my skincare and ooh, crunchy. This is my hair fresh out of the bonnet. My hair was a little damp, like at the root up here, but I decided to sleep with my bonnet on anyway. Hair looks good, the curls look good. This stuff is crispy. I'm gonna use the bread hair oil to scrunch the crunch because this is too crispy and it's not like, I have no movement. So I'm just gonna, oops. This stuff smells so good. Well, I'm glad to know that there's some crunch to it. At least it's not like too soft. I hope I can get this to soften up. I'm like, I don't even know if you can see that. I'm like barely putting any oil. I would usually use the Carol's Daughter Goddess Strength oil to scrunch the crunch, but that one also smells really good, but I feel like I'm more prone to get like frizz on my hair, probably because it's just a little thicker. This, I have no frizz. My hair just smells good. I think that's good. I'm just kind of like pulling it a little, and then I'll just, better than the first time I did it. Maybe my doubt led me to use more product, and it actually, I can hear my cat like, so outside we have two, well there's like a bunch of stray cats, but there's two stray cats. One that looks just like our female cat and one that looks just like our male cat. Us and our neighbors put out food for the cats, but because our cat can see them, she goes crazy. And I'm like, girl, mind your business. Oh gosh, she's destroyed. I can hear her like trying to get through the window, but she can't, so I will be down there in a second. But yeah, day one. I'm just gonna mess around with it and then go to work. So I got back from work today and this is my hair. My curls look good. My curls look good, but my hair is still crunchy and it's shrunken and I don't have any like movement. So although this wash and go could definitely last like 5 to 6 days, I think this is day number 3. Even though it could last a long time, this isn't how I like to wear my hair. Like this looks like, this is just not it. This is not it for me. Because especially once it starts shrinking, this area shrinks up a lot. So it just looks like I have this big old gap on the side of my head. And I don't like that. So I'm going to pre-poo my hair. Oops. I'm gonna pre-poo my hair with the African Pride Moisture Miracle pre-shampoo. And I haven't decided what I'm shampoo and deep condition with, so I'll show you that when I record myself putting the leave-in in. But this gel was very surprising. This is the second time I've used it, as you can see by how much is in the bottle. I will say I've seen people use like half of this or almost the full thing in one use, so I might get like 4.5 uses out of this. Very surprised. I think just kind of messing around with it a little more to get that elongation and that movement that I like. But for the purposes of this 4 gel versus, I had to treat all the gels basically the same. The only difference is instead of using the Luxe Locks leave-in, I used the bread hair oil just to like scrunch the crunch. I got rained on. I put that oil in my hair like 3 times and there's still so much crunch. But my curls look amazing. So it's like, you know, pros and cons. So I'm gonna pre-poo and then next time you'll see me, I'll be in the shower. Okay, so the final gel that I am using for the 4 gel versus is the Twisted Sistah Amazing Dream Curl Gel. I used this in a video like 1 or 2 videos ago. And I will link it in the eye. I think the eye is like there. Right. If you've watched through the video, you've seen this at least 3 other times, so I'm just going to go through in my 4 sections, no added water, and just rake it in. It is officially day 2 of my Twisted Sistah wash and go. This is the last gel in this challenge. It's taking me like 4 weeks, not 4 weeks, wow. It's taking me like 2 weeks to record all of this and I still haven't edited anything. So yeah, it's probably gonna be like 3 weeks since I first mentioned it in that one video, which I'll link in the eye. Anyway, this is day 2, first day sleeping on it. This is what it looks like. That's what I want. So maybe like if you go back and watch my day 2 hair for the Adwoa Beauty Melon Berry, if you watch the day 1, when I take it out of the bonnet, it's stiff. It's not going anywhere. With this, it's already like moving. I can already kind of like move my hair around. Yeah, that's better. And it's way more elongated. How stiff my hair would be, so I grabbed my Luxe refresher spray, and then I also got the bread hair oil just in case I wanted to like scrunch the crunch. But this is pretty good. It's soft. I can feel the hold. I don't have anything on my hands now. I'm just like pulling my hair to, you know, get it out of the bonnet shape. And it's kind of falling where I need it to fall. So I might not actually apply anything. I feel like there's something behind my ear. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I don't actually think I need to apply anything. I might just leave it like this. I'm off today, so I'm not really going anywhere. If I were to go somewhere though, I think I would use the bread hair oil and just pick out my roots a little. But I think this is pretty damn good. This is good. So this is what my hair looks like day one after day two, after sleeping on it and wearing a bonnet. I didn't refresh it with anything. And I think that's really impressive. Alrighty, I will just let you know how my hair holds up for the next couple of days. Before I go into the final ranking for all of these gels, I just want to do a quick review or summary of my experience in these specific videos. So the Camille Rose Curl Maker, although it usually gives me nice, elongated, defined hair for 3 to 6 days, in this video, paired with the Kinky Curly Knot Today, it did not last at all. It was very humid and raining and hot. My hair just kind of went poof by like the 3rd day, I think. It was disappointing, but that's what happened. I ended up refreshing it with the Shea Moisture Coconut and Hibiscus Curling Smoothie because I had somewhere to go. I will say that the Golden Child did not perform the way I thought it would, but that's okay. I actually think this is the first time I paired the Curl Maker with the Knot Today, so this gel is, for me, is more of a fall and winter, like beginning of spring gel, and now I know that thanks to this, 4 gel versus. So yeah, the Curl Maker, even though it is my absolute favorite, it has to be paired with the leave-in that has somewhat of a hold if I'm going to use it during the summer. And now for the OG, the Kinky Curly Curling Custard. It has that name for a reason. When I first used this gel, I was like, what is this? It has the weirdest, lightest texture. It literally feels like you're putting nothing on your hair. And yet it gives you holds, it gives you crunch, definition. I was insanely surprised by this gel, but also the first few times I used this gel, I used basically most of it. In my most recent trials of using this gel, I used just a little bit. My technique is improving. This gel is a little difficult to work with. But that's okay. But the results are elongated, I have movement, and my hair lasts for days. I can definitely get a week with this gel. Interesting. Very, very interesting gel. Now, even more interesting is the Troublemaker, the Adwoa Beauty Melon Berry Smoothing Gel. Unexpected. The first time I used this, my hair was shrunken and way too soft. It didn't even last the night. Now my hair was crunchy, elongated at first, but then it shrunk very quickly and it stayed crunchy. So this is still I don't know how to get this to work the way my other gels do. I want elongated hair with movement, so I might have to pair this with a different leave-in and change my application. I will 100% be using this in another video. But my hair looked good. My hair looked good. I don't think I had any flaking or any flaking that was noticeable. I did use the bread hair oil with this just in case, but mostly because of the crunch. This was very surprising. And I mean, I used a lot. I used, it was about here when I started using it, and now it's down here. So I used a quarter of it for my hair the last time I used it. And this stuff is I don't know. It smells good. It's fun to use because it smells so good. But I think it's a little tricky depending on your hair and how you like your hair to look. I think this has properly earned the Troublemaker title because it's a very like particular gel. Interesting. And for the underdog, the Twisted Sistah Amazing Dream Curl Gel, I gotta say, easily my favorite application. Easily. I loved using this gel. It goes through my hair like a detangler. It had the quickest application. It was really, really awesome. I'll go into more detail on these gels when I do the ranking, like price per ounce and stuff like that. But this gel was actually incredibly surprising and probably one of my favorite gels. If you notice in the video, I don't think I went past day 2 or 3 because life just got way too busy. But this gel, I think, lasted 4 days, and then I washed my hair as I normally would. But this is another gel that could probably give me 7 days or like 5 or 6 days if I'm really pushing it, depending on the weather. But this whole experiment challenge was eye-opening, truly. And a lot of these gels will perform differently based on how you like to style your hair. They definitely perform differently when I styled them. Something that's really important to remember for like myself is using the same technique for different gels will give you different results. Sometimes you have to tweak the technique, like adding more water, styling in the shower, or, you know, applying less, applying more, air drying, heat drying, but because I use the same technique for all 4 of these gels, I got very interesting results. And, you know, that's all I really wanted to see. So now going into the ranking and why these gels are ranked in their specific place. I pulled out my iPad so that I could like actually go through some of my notes. I'll start at the bottom, okay? The 4th gel, number 4 on the list, will have to be the Camille Rose Curl Maker. I love this gel. I will always have this gel in my stash. I'm finishing a bottle now and I have 3 more. But in the heat, in the humidity, it's a no-go without a harder holding leave-in or even like a hard hold like mousse on top. But for the purposes of this challenge, the golden child did not win. So the whole point of this video was kind of to see if the Camille Rose Curl Maker had any substitutes for me. And this gel is $22 and 12 ounce, $1.83 per ounce. So this is a pretty expensive gel. The application was really nice. It smells good. My hair does take a little bit of time to dry because it's so heavy, usually at like my roots, and it leaves my hair with like clumped S-curls, which I really like the look of. But just because of its performance in this weather, I have to put it at the bottom. And this was the only gel that I had to refresh. So for this challenge, this one unfortunately is at the bottom of the barrel. The 3rd gel, interestingly enough, because I thought it would be last, is the Adwoa Beauty Melon Berry Smoothing Gel. Now this one is mostly at the bottom because I had to bend the rules of the challenge for this gel. This is the only gel that I had to spray my hair with water as I was doing the application because it just didn't like being applied on, you know, whatever water I had in my hair from my shower. I felt like my hair was not getting defined enough and it just wasn't hanging the way I'd like it to. So this gel is 3rd, mostly because it did last for 3 or 4 days and I still had curl definition. So this is another expensive gel. It is more expensive than the Camille Rose Curl Maker. It is $24 and 8 ounces, which means it is $3 per ounce. I think this is the most expensive gel in the challenge. And for it to not be 1st or 2nd kind of tells you, like, at least for me on my hair, or if you have similar hair to mine, this might not necessarily be worth the price. If you want to use it for funsies, if you want to use it just to try it, and you feel like, you know, you maybe have a gift card, or you built up like Sephora points and you want to use those, like, go for it if you want to. It's okay. I feel like if you have the hair type that this is specified for, it might go better for you. But if you just want to try this for fun, just take a couple things into consideration, because this gel is a little difficult to work with depending on how you like to style your hair. The application for this was really nice. It had a lot of slip, smells amazing. Easily the best smelling gel in the challenge. It gave my hair a lot of weight when it was wet. I did not get that same weight when it was dry. It gave me nicely defined hair, but I did not get a lot of elongation or movement. And so for that reason, this gel ended up in 3rd place. So for 2nd place, very interesting. I kind of went back and forth on what gel would be in 2nd place, but my final decision for 2nd place is the OG, the Kinky Curling Custard. I love this stuff. This is what's in my hair right now, along with the Miel leave-in. I love this gel so much, but it is also very expensive. This gel is $17 for 8 ounces, which means it is $2.13 per ounce. If you get the bigger one, which is 16 ounces and $30, you actually kind of save in terms of price per ounce. It is $1.88. So depending on what size you get, you get more bang for your buck if you get the bigger one. It's expensive, it's small, it's very lightweight. It has crunch, but in the process of putting this on your hair, it's very easy to say, oh my God, I'm not applying anything, let me put more. And that's how you run through this. So this also had a bit of a learning curve. My hair looks great. I have elongated, defined, flowy hair, yummy smelling hair. The other thing is, some people don't like to pair this with other leave-ins. I don't mind pairing it with other leave-ins. I think I get pretty good results, but even that can be a little tricky for some people. And the application is nice and smooth if you have the right leave-in under it. So this is another kind of tricky gel, but the results are on point. It looks really, really good. It smells really good. A week, 7 days of a wash and go with this. If I let my hair last that long, if I had to, this would be the gel for that. It's mainly the only reason this didn't get 1st place is because of the price and the size. Now, again, surprisingly, we have the Twisted Sistah Amazing Dream Curl Gel. The underdog is our winner for this video. It is $7. I got it at Marshall's, and it is 12 fluid ounces. This is only 58 cents per ounce. It is the cheapest price gel. It has, a pretty big size. The second, it is the same size as the Camille Rose Curl Maker for like a quarter of the price. So that's a plus. The application on this is insane. It had the quickest application. Everything else took like 15 minutes to apply except for the Adwoa Beauty. The Adwoa Beauty took me like 26, like half an hour to apply to my hair. This took me like 12 minutes to slap it on. It is so smooth and silky. The application is amazing. The curls are amazing. I have elongation. I have hold. I don't really have that much crunch. I have a little bit, but it kind of softens after the second day. This is another 7-day hair. It's so amazing. It's so just like silky and nice to use. This is seriously an underdog, but this is seriously a surprising gel, and I'm glad I have another one. My mom got me 2 of these because she saw them and she's like, don't you like this gel? And I'm like, yeah, I haven't used it in years, but I'll take it. And I'm glad she bought them for me. It's so nice. So nice. And I will be using this a lot more often because it is just, it's amazing. So the final rankings for this video are the Twisted Sistah Gel in first place, the Kinky Curling Custard in second place, Adwoa Beauty somehow, someway made it into third place, and then the Camille Rose Curl Maker unfortunately made it in the fourth place, but you live and you learn. Different seasons produce different results. I really do want to do this again when it's like the fall or winter and see how things are a little different, but let me know your thoughts on the final rankings. Just let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.